Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today with all of you. And as you just saw, I am getting my very own talk show. And guess what? You are my very first live audience. Whether you like it or not, you're here. And I'm actually live right now on my Facebook page, and so are you. Will you do a little spin so we can get everyone in the audience? We're also live on, there you go, I like a wave. We're also live on more.com's Facebook, and thanks to Meredith's 360 technology, which is this camera right here, we are also on YouTube as well. So smile, because it doesn't matter where you are in the room, we are gonna get you on camera today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Liliana Vasquez, and this morning we are going to give you a live sneak peek of my new series, Office Hours. And the show's really special to me because it's gonna feature some of the most exciting female entrepreneurs and all-around girl bosses of our time. It's going to air in 2017 on the completely revamped more.com, and I am so excited to partner with them now because more.com is for millennial women by millennial women. The site's going to feature everything from fashion and home and career and beauty and basically everything in between. And as part of Meredith Digital and its collective audience of 82 million, I have to say that it's in pretty great company. Now, let's get down to business. I feel so honored that my very first guest is someone who is a huge inspiration to me personally, and of course to millions of other women. The first company she started guaranteed that we were all at our computers at 11:59 a.m. every day on the dot, anxiously awaiting the next designer sample sale to start. And as the founder and CEO of Gilt.com, she revolutionized the landscape of luxury e-commerce. Now, that of course was just the beginning. Not only has she changed the way the world shops, but she's about to do it again with her latest venture, Project September. Please help me welcome Alexis Maybank. Hi! Mwah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone.
So you have the honor of being the first guest. How does it feel?
Feels fantastic.
And what a great audience, right?
I know.
Okay.
So, a big audience.
A really big audience.
In person.
Now, before we get started and talk a little bit about Project September, we're just going to do a quick office hours lightning round of questions, just to get us warmed up. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. First of all, what's harder, launching a new company or giving birth?
They're both pretty painful. And I chose to do both this year within about 3 weeks of one another, which, ladies, I don't typically recommend, but they were both hugely rewarding, as you can imagine.
I'm sure. What is your power breakfast?
Well, after hearing Gracie speak, I think I'm going to win her game because my power breakfast is the good old kale smoothie. So it's my way to effectively eat all my vegetables in about 30 seconds every day.
I love that. I love 30 seconds, you get them all in. I had a donut for breakfast, but sorry. I'm starting tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow on the veggies.
I'm definitely going to beat you in the veggie game.
Okay, this is always a fun question to ask because as millennials, what was your favorite clothing store to shop in high school?
Well, in high school, my favorite was the J. Crew first catalog that later became the website that now is available everywhere. And I have to say, I still love J. Crew. I still think it's fabulous.
Ditto. So. Completely agree. Talk about another girl boss, Jenna Lyons. Also
exactly.
As well. Now, what is the last article of clothing you purchased?
I last bought a straw hat on Matches.com for summer vacation that said, "Do not disturb." Around the edge.
I love that hat. I have one, but mine says rosé all day.
Oh, even better. I didn't see that one.
Okay, now besides Project September, what is the most used app on your phone?
Uber, diapers.com, Instacart, you name it.
And we have a ton of apps launching in the next few months here at Meredith that will then be the most downloaded app.
The spinner it is next.
Exactly. Now, we're in the middle of Fashion Week. What is the trend that you're most excited to try for fall?
Well, the most current thing that I see going down the runway, I'm excited to try, but I just can't, which is the crop top. It's back. So probably going to have to wait till I'm a little further away from giving birth. But talk to me next year. Maybe I'll try it then.
And I feel like on more.com, we're going to do a great job of translating some of those trends into much more wearable, accessible
Please,
styles.
that's great.
Definitely. Okay, now, the second before you walk into work, I know you probably don't have traditional office hours. Most entrepreneurs work 24 hours a day. What's the first thing you do right when you walk into the office and the first thing you do right when you walk out of the office?
Well, walking out the office is usually tackling those apps that I mentioned. So making sure I have food in the refrigerator on Instacart or something along those lines. And then coming in from the office every morning, I usually am leaving a breakfast. So it's firing off rapid thank yous for spending time to learn more about our new business, Project September.
How important is it to fire off those immediate thank yous to you?
As quickly as possible. You meet so many people these days, and it's just nice to have that personal touch. The thank you letter is very important.
Do you still send a handwritten thank you note?
Never.
Okay, really? Because you get mixed signals on that, right? I always ask this question from CEOs and entrepreneurs. Do you still send a handwritten thank you note?
I think you always go with the email. You take the digital approach with something personal, like a gift that you might received around having around a major life moment. Definitely turn to the stationery. But otherwise, digital. You get it sooner. You can respond sooner, and it's more immediate, the connection you make.
Now let's talk about Project September. How is it helping users connect through shopping and social media, two of my favorite things?
Well, I think you've probably had this experience. I would look across the world of social media. I'd see so many beautiful images, and I wished I could just tap on a pixel and buy immediately. So Project September is the first app to try to do that. We call it immersive visual shopping. You can look through the world's most heavily viewed fashion imagery, tap to buy immediately, men's and women's product, and from people who have tremendous sense of style, of lifestyle, or whatever it might be that you connect with personally.
I love that. And it's so easy to use. If you guys haven't downloaded it, I highly encourage it, especially if you're an avid social shopper like I am. Now, last question. We don't have much more time, but for office hours, we will have plenty of other times to ask you questions. What is the first thing every woman should know before she starts her business?
Well, before you start a business, and the great thing about technology is you can do it quickly now. You can start, you can try, you test, you get immediate feedback, and it no longer takes a decade to know if it's going to work. But with that said, remember that as you go off on the course of your career, it's going to be a long path. And so never get grounded in that moment where you felt your worst or your best. Just continue to move forward because you're going to be measured across so many quarters and years when it comes to pursuing your passions, building businesses, and recreating something.
I think that's such great advice. Well, thank you so much for joining me on stage here today. And I also want to thank more.com and of course say a goodbye to our social audience on Facebook Live. And of course, thank you to Meredith here for having us today. And thank you for watching us. Do not forget to check out Project September and of course, look for office hours in 2017. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.